Presentation about poetic processing analysis with the project. Type of poetry. The Cry of Jumar by John Boyle O'Reilly is a poem that falls primarily into the category of lyric poetry. While it does contain elements of narrative, such as the speaker recounting the disillusionment with urban life, its main purpose is of expressing the speaker's emotions, beliefs, and reflection on the nature of life and death. The poem structure, language, and thematic concern align more closely with the characteristic of lyric poetry, emphasizing personal expression and introspection over storytelling. Voice and tone. The poem voice belongs to a dreamer who is disillusioned with the materialistic, stressful, and artificial aspect of modern life. The tone is melancholic, yearning, and critical. The speaker uses strong words and adjectives to convey their discontent, tired, weary, sick, pity, and then longing for a simple life, long and light. Figure of speech. Metaphor. Crowded hive of men. Compare society to a crowded hive, emphasizing the business and conformity. So we submit. Compares life in the city to our performance, highlight its superficiality. C. Patient life of the poor. Compares the life of the poor to a sort of storage and strength. Figure of speech. Full personification. First is heart weary, attributing weirdness to the heart, signifying emotion exhaustion. Second is face line with screaming, implying that friends are actively engaged in planning and manipulating. Three is imagery. The first is vivid description are used throughout the poem to create contrasting scene. The crowded media series, hives, screaming, parties, versus the peaceful natural world, river, children, woods, be drones. The second is the speaker also uses sensory detail like slippers, so to rustle and low rustle to further emphasize the contrast. Bring alliteration, assonance, rhythm, and method. In the Cry of a Dreamer, the poet utilizes various poetic devices to create rhythm and emphasize sense of longing, disillusionment, and a desire of simplicity. The first is time. The poem predominantly follows an ABAB rhyme scheme throughout each stanza, where the second and fourth lines rhyme. For example, man rhymes with again in the first stanza and line rhymes with by in the second stanza. To alliteration. Alliteration, the repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of words is used to create rhythm and emphasize. Example include planning and toiling and building and spoiling in the first stanza and showy swimming and sleepless toe in the second stanza. The third is assonance. Assonance, the repetition of vowel sound within words add musicality to the poem. Example include get off the river and dreamer Maya away. In the first stanza and the rich endure in the third stanza. Rhythm. The poem maintains a rhythmic flow, primarily achieved through the use of iambic method. Each line typically consists of 5 stressed and unstressed syllables, creating a steady beat. For example, I'm tired of planning and toil, or from the sleepless thought endeavor. The fourth is meta. While the poem generally follows iambic matter. There are variations to emphasize or maintain the full flow. For instance, there are instances of trochaic matter where the stress comes before the unstressed level, such as for a dream of life forever or down in leakage. This variation contributes to the poem musicality and overall rhythm. Type of poetry. The poem There Is No Death can be categorized as lyrical poetry. Lyric poetry is characterized by expressing personal emotion or feelings, often is a musical and melodious manner. This poem reflects the poet's contemplation on the concept of death and their belief in its non-existence. The language is rich with imagery and insurance and comfort to the reader. The structure of the poem, with its regular rhyme, theme, scheme, and rhythmic flow, contributes to its lyrical quality. Each stanza presents a different aspect of the poet's argument, building upon the theme of immortality and the continuity of life. Voice and tone. The firm voice is that of a comforting and reassuring speaker. It's likely someone with a strong belief in the afterlife or a cyclical view of nature. The speaker uses confident pronouncement. There is no death, and emphasize the idea of transformation and rebirth. The poem overall tone is one of optimism, consolation, and even defiance. The speaker directly addresses the concept of death and emphatically rejects it. Figure of speech. The first is metaphor. The poem employs metaphorical language to convey the idea of continuity and transformation. For example, star go down to rise up on some other shore. Metaphorically represent the transition from life to death as a journey to another realm. Second is personification. Nature is personified throughout the poem, as seen in lines such as the forest leaves convert to life with viewless air, portraying nature as a living, dynamic force that perpetuates life where even through death. The third is imaginary. The poem evokes vivid imaginary of natural cycles and transformations such as leaves converting to life giving air, rockies or getting to feed moss, and dust turning into golden grain or rainbow tinted flowers. This image reinforces the theme of continuity and renewal in the face of death. Rhyme, alliteration, assonance, rhythm, and method. In There Is No Death by John Lucky McCready, the poet employs various poetic devices to convey the theme of eternal life and transformation. Let's examine the elements of nature. Yes, the first is rhyme. The poem follows a consistent rhyme scheme throughout, with each stanza ending in a primitive complex AABBCCDB, for example, short and forevermore. In the first stanza, air and here. In the second stanza, and so on. This regular rhyme scheme adds musicality to the poem and contributes to its lyrical quality. Second is alliteration. There are instances of alliteration in the poem where the repetition of consonant sounds create a musical effect and emphasize certain words or phrases. For example, in the line "the leaf might fall," The repetition of the I sound in lift and fall creates a smooth and flowing rhythm. 3 is assonance. Assonance, the repetition of vowel sound is also present in the poem. For instance, in the line and bright in heavens to look hope. The repetition of the long I sound in bright and June creates a harmonious effect. 4. Rhythm and meter. The poem has a rhythmic and melodious flow achieved through its consistent meter and use of ears. Each line typically consists of alternating stress and unstressed syllables, creating a pattern known as iambic meter. For example, in the line to rest up on some other shore, the stressed syllables fall on rise, some, and shore, while the unstressed syllables fall on to, upon, and other. Thank you. This is my presentation. Assalamualaikum.